everyone, welcome back. We're headed out to do some planting, finally. That doesn't look like dirt.
Well, don't we mix that with the dirt?
Not if we want to grow plants. All right, Matt's got the wheelbarrow with stuff. All the dirt. I got the seeds.
I'm gonna set the carrots way up here so it doesn't eat those.
Are they soft? Oh, that one's pretty good. I mean, the top's not looking great.
This one's soft because
Yeah, when they're soft, then we gotta give them to the chickens, but we can give all of them to them. Or the pigs. You pick. So we made it out here. We're in the greenhouse. Haven't been out here planting since mid-February, and here we are the very beginning of April. It's been a month and a half, I guess. So Eli's pulling out carrots left behind in this carrot bed. This one, some are soft. The littler ones that were in there are soft, but some of these other ones are still hard. You can see they're not doing so great. So we'll give those to the pigs or the chickens.
Feed her, she's purring.
So we're looking ahead to the next week or so. And even though it's still really cold outside right now, it's actually very nice in here, but really cold outside right now, we're expecting, yeah, it's been windy. It just makes it so cold. Just pull out what you can.
Oh, it broke again.
But we're expecting like 60-degree weather within the next week or so. Which means, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but we were out here starting seeds. And I mean, it was in the 100 degrees in here and it was so hard to plant. So I'd love to get a lot of this done while it's cool outside and a good temperature in here. So today, planting starting, which means it looks like we're gonna have to harvest some spinach too because, holy moly, it's taken a lot of room in this bed. So we'll pull some of this out to have room for more trays. So we went out yesterday and got what we needed to do some more planting because we were running low. We were on our last bag of cow manure, which is what we are using to make our soil. And unfortunately, they didn't have any where we normally buy it. So we bought this organic compost plus manure. So hopefully that works in place of manure. And then we are also using Perlite, I think it's called, and peat moss. Now, if you want to know the ratios to how we make this, it's down in the description below, but super simple, and then we just add water to the texture we like. So when you're doing pots, super easy because that's not as big of a deal, but we're going to be doing soil blocks today. You can do that one.
Mama,
There you go.
It's really broken.
How expensive that was?
Yeah, I do remember the first year where we did was that seed blocks we did that year?
Yeah,
it was just
our first year doing the seed
outrageous
blocks.
cost.
Well, no, it was our first year where we doubled our tomatoes, and then we added more. Yeah, we just started adding more.
Well, just when you add more tomatoes, that makes a huge difference. I'm gonna find
Red
you
solo
some
cups we're using. They're taking up a lot of the soil.
Yeah, we still have all the solo cups, so we can use them if we ever want to. But I really love the soil blocks.
I think our tomatoes, I'd like to try
Up-potting
them
into these.
Yeah.
All right, well, Matt's getting this all set up. I'm gonna find some trays. All right, we're gonna try not to get water dripping from the greenhouse in here.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I know. So I had some exposed seeds, so I just kind of hid those. But the main thing I want to make sure we start today is cabbage. It's probably the only thing that we wouldn't have to grow this year, but we just had such an amazing, fulfilling cabbage year last year that I really want to do that again. Now last year we planted early Jersey Wakefield cabbage, and I still have quite a bit of that seed left. I also have some seed that I'm specifically saving for the fall, but I have been for a couple years and haven't used it yet. Some Copenhagen Market, and this one is a storage variety. So my idea with that is to grow it later in the season and store it, but we end up never needing to or never having the availability to. So here are the other seeds that I've got, and we'll start some of each. I definitely want to do some of this early Jersey since we had such great luck with it. But the other seeds I'm going to be starting are from Survival Garden Seeds. This one is Early Round Dutch, Red Acre, and Golden Acre. And if you would like a discount code for Survival Garden Seeds, there's one in the description below. We are very excited to be planting a lot of these seeds this year. Alright, since we have about 50 cells per tray, and 50 is how many cabbage starts we had last spring, and that worked out really well. We're going to stick with 50, but instead of doing 50 of all the early Jersey Wakefield, I'm going to do about 20 plants of those. It's the 5th today. And we're going to just write on here 20 plants. And then I like to write where I get my seeds from on the back. I usually just write the first couple initials just in case I have a really great year with it and I didn't save the envelope, then I'll know where to order more from. So I'm excited to try this Red Acre cabbage because I have not successfully grown purple cabbage ever. Like, I've only tried it a couple times just because you stumble upon a variety you like and then you keep growing it. So it's kind of fun with these Survival Garden Seeds to try new varieties I otherwise wouldn't. But I'm excited to have purple cabbage, maybe purple sauerkraut.
I was a little rusty on this row, but notice how they're all the same now.
Oh, now I get how you do that thing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's why you just put it in here, put it in the bed, then pump it down, but it's not for that, it's for that.
Yeah.
So I always think that we are going to get so much planted every time we come out here, every year. But you know what, it works really good to start and do a little bit like every day. So today, cabbage day.
You realize how long everything takes.
Everything does. Making the dirt does take a while, and I cleaned out enough spinach for exactly one tray. And we got something going on tonight, so we got about 10 minutes. So let's see if we can finish at least this one tray up. So we got the early Jersey Wakefield. I'm going to do 20 of these, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'll put it right there.
So now we like to use that soil blocker because it's obviously we're not using so many red soil cups. Saves on a ton of space also. And it's really easy to use. Now we had a couple people ask, can you use it if you have arthritis? I don't know. Because it is, you have to hold your hand all the way out to squeeze it. So at that point, I don't recommend it because it probably would be tough to use. Not saying you can't. There's always a will, there's a way, but we absolutely love using it. And once you figure out the dirt and how you like get it all done, wetness and everything, it goes really nice. What I want to do yet is make a silting tray. A silting tray, if you don't know what I'm saying, is we'll make a tray that goes around this out of like 2x2s and then 1/4-inch mesh. So then when you pour the dirt in there, it keeps all the rocks and sticks out. So it's a finer, detailed, looks nicer, and it's nicer in the soil blocker. The soil blocker also has these little tiny indents, and it's nice because you can set the seed in there. And seeds, for the most part, like I would say 90% of the seeds, they need to be touching the soil and then they'll germinate. So you can just literally leave them, or you can pinch all the little holes shut. with the blocks being so wet from making them, you got like 3 or 4 days before you even need to put any kind of water on them, and they're good to go. So
all right, there we go. 50 heads of cabbage started. We did 50 last year. We're done. We done yet?
yeah,
We did 50 of one variety. Now we've got 50 with 4 varieties.
now I have to edit this so they can come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's how far behind we are.
Oh, I did say the date as I was writing down the things, and I'm like, April 5th. Yeah. We don't usually cut it that close on our videos, but you know what? We've been ill, and I think we're finally starting to feel a little bit better.
Heck yeah.
And it's, yeah, this is it. It's the time. So in case you missed it, we do have a few things planted in here. Our celery is starting to sprout. This is leeks, 2 different varieties. This American flag variety that we've never planted seems to be doing really well. And then these were onion seeds that I saved that didn't look great, so I just tossed them all in a tray, fingers crossed, and I'm seeing some come up, so that's good. We've got Walla Walla onions, some white onions, some red onions, and then we've got 2 trays of onions here as well. So we did some in seed blocks, some in just plain trays. So everything's starting to sprout, and we're so ready for it. It's very slow compared to doing it in the house this year, but you know what? It is what it is, and we're going to move forward from here. Glad you got to see us again. Bye.